just digging into your curiosity. I think especially when you get into those secondary spaces, a lot of students have lost that curiosity. It's been honestly taken away from them because it's, okay, turn to page 5 and do this and don't think, but do what I tell you to do, reciprocate what the teacher says. That removes that curiosity, but we want to bring it back.
Hi, I'm Yarisha Johnson, a mathematics education consultant with Oakland School.
I'm Sharon Ramsey, mathematics education consultant with Wayne Risa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Banks, Director of Instruction at Washtenaw ISD.
We've been sharing a quote around powerful practices are required for teachers if we want to see that within the work that students do.
We want to change that. We want you to engage in mathematics in a way that makes sense for you, that's important for you, that you value, so that you can use it to help you solve the problems in your world.
Is that we've had kids across our 3 counties. Yeah. Nearly 600 kids showed up today from different demographical backgrounds, different geographical locations, and they got to talk to one another and really engage and see how much they're alike and even how they're different.
That's what I was thinking about also. It was so just really dope to see students from one community highlight an issue that was of interest to them. Another community might have had the same one. Like there were a couple groups that had a focus around sexual violence.
Yes.
And I don't know that that's something teachers would have chosen per se, but students chose that. But then there were other groups who looked at social media and explored its impact on beauty standards. So it really just was a diverse set of issues. And like you named, they got a chance to talk to each other. So they might have found that what was important to them was also important to someone who didn't look like them, who lived somewhere very different from where they perceived that they lived, but they also had these connections.
Yeah, I think it gives a really good perspective of thinking about mathematics beyond the textbook.
Yes.
Ask your questions. What are you wondering about? Why is this happening? Like, those are the types of things that really get students to that space of innovation, to that space of creativity, to that space of moving beyond the general textbooks and seeing what the possibilities are in their community. So I think curiosity is very key.
I'm Sky, and I'm going to be interviewing today. What's your name?
Jocelyn.
Okay, how do you feel about this program so far, and how long have you been here?
I feel like it's pretty good. I like it. They taught us how to do CPR. They gave us like the little telescope thingies, and like we got to feel the hearts and stuff.
Ages 10 to 20 use your screen time compared to like older people 30 to 40. And
we like put all the data on the sky to apply. We found the line of best fit, and it went down because the older you are, the less you are going on your phone. And we found a big difference.
That the amount of high growth, high performance, high growth. Average for middle school is a 225% right now. So hi, my name is Jacqueline Lindsay. I work at Blackwell Institute as a master mathematics teacher. The conversations that the kids are having are really deep because we were trying to get them like, oh, let's talk about something bright, but that's not their lives. For me as a teacher, it helped me see like, wow, these are the things that our kids are dealing with. And this conference, that cultural responsive teaching, and it helps them have a voice and talk about things that we wouldn't even think to talk about with them in the classroom. We're still testing math, but math is hovering around 150% growth. All of our kids grow 1 to 3 grade levels by the end of the school year using the cultural responsive training.
Why do you think that is?
Because they can relate to it. It's stuff that they can see themselves doing. They can see themselves in what we talk about.
When I look at what brings me joy, how do I apply mathematics to that?
That's what I'm thinking about too. Like a fundamental principle would be, how do I solve a challenge that exists within my experience? And that might be in my house, it might be in my community, it could be at my church, it could be at the school, but being able to use the mathematics and apply it in a way that will impact my life right here, right now.
Naomi Norman, Superintendent, Washtenaw Intermediate School District.
How can other administrators support culturally responsive education?
I have the belief that culturally responsive education should be how we simply do all education. So I would say for every administrator, educator, educational leader, it's really about learning why this is important and how, as a leader, you can step up and lean into these different kinds of practices. They really embody what the young people want to do, how they want to learn. And I know that can feel uncomfortable. So it's about letting go of the control of the teaching and learning and giving a little more over to the young people.
And Ian, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A structural architecture.
How do you think math is used in that career?
First of all, getting the area of where you're going to build and the height and width and what you're going to put in it and how tall it's going to be as, again, height. And I like building stuff.
And Cassie, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a pediatrician.
3, 2, 1, cut.
Hi, my name is Cassidy, and the school I attend is Catherine C. Blackwell Institute.
Hi, I'm Ian Lindsay. I go to Catherine C. Blackwell. I'm in the 7th grade.
What do you think about those kinds versus this kind of project that you do? What do you like better?
That you actually get to work with people and stand up and you get to move around. You're not just sitting in one place and looking at a board all the time and writing stuff down. It gets pretty boring. Working together as a team, seeing different people, being more social.
I like this experience because, like you said, sitting down in one spot for 2 hours straight is pretty boring. I feel like I learned more because I did more research and stuff. Like when we were in class, we constantly learn the same thing over and over and over again. But with this, I was able to do research and learn more about different things.
Because I think when I have fun in learning, I restore it more. I think it was a good way to learn. And the research was absolutely fun and working as a team.
This event is important for a few reasons. First of all, I think it's important to come together across our different communities, across our different counties, across our different school districts. Very important. Second, it's a showcase. So it's an opportunity for young people to showcase what they've learned, show it, to talk about it, to share it with others. And lastly, I think it embodies the way we want to work together collaboratively.
So this time I chose sexual assault. I feel like next year, if I were to do this project, I would probably do mental health.
What about you, Ian?
Illegal, like when you get sent to prison unlawfully, but you didn't do it. I think we should dig into more information than what people are, because there's probably millions of people out there sent to jail or prison because of what some person did and not them.
There needs to be a change in mathematics instruction, not just for marginalized groups, even though that is definitely a high need, but for all students. We really need to be thinking about how are we really going to change mathematics so that students see mathematics in a different light. Yes. But our data speaks volumes, absolutely. Right? And there's, like I said, there's a need in all of our counties, especially within those marginalized groups. And we definitely want to think about how do we meet those needs.
When we look across the country, there's research that has been done naming that not only educators, but parents are asking for greater relevance in mathematics spaces. And so by doing this work, we're supporting and being responsive to not just our kids, not just our educators, but to our communities at large.
We now know that without it, our kids don't do their best. If they don't see themselves, if they don't see the importance, if they don't see the why, they aren't really willing or even able to grasp the information and the content that we're trying to get them to grasp. It's crucial that we find the entry point, find the connection to the student, and that mostly comes from ensuring that what we're delivering to them is relevant and they feel connected to it. Natalie Turner, Educational Improvement Consultant, Wayne Risa. This event is great. Like I said, this is my third year here, and so what I noticed today is just the growth of the event. It has, it seems to me, tripled since that first time I was here 2 years ago. So seeing the growth, seeing the joy on students' faces, the students being excited about talking about math and sharing their projects, and with, everybody and saying, hey, do you have any questions for me? Like, they're really super excited. And that's what we want. That's why we're here, is so that students really feel seen and important and heard, and that they feel excited about math, which is it's a scary subject for many, many people, kids and adults alike.
How can other districts include this in their curriculum?
It's a part of your curriculum. It's there. I think it's just a matter of getting the word out more. I think the word is spreading. I think we just have to get people to understand that you're not doing something extra or different. This is the work that you are doing in your classroom every day. This may just be a different entry point for how to do that work.
In our country today, like, there's so much division, absolutely, right? And we're almost breeding like this, you take this side or that side. When we have things like the Mathematics Showcase, and we bring kids from across different counties and across geographic places, we get to see that we're all the same, right? We're all human beings. We had different experiences, and we can learn from one another. And there's power in that. And that really, at the end of the day, we're more alike than we are different. For me, that's also a really big piece that there's some intentionality, but when you go across 3 counties, but that was really evident for me today.
Yeah, got you.
Brad ran out and got Capri Suns and waters. The last minute,
Right. No, they've been
like, we could not have done it with everybody.
That's right.
And I'm forever grateful for that. And for sure, our leadership. Naomi has supported from day one, and continues to support. And so I'm just grateful,
right,
for that.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay. And it's done.
Tell me what you remember about the event last year.
Answering questions and getting bags like that we, like swag bags. That's about it.
I remember us getting swag bags, and I remember getting asked a lot of questions about my board. And I remember, and that's about it.